Ooh, hope you guys are really liking these raw kind of videos. Like, I feel like it really grabs and helps me practice, first of all, my speaking and articulating my words and making sure that I'm saying the words correctly, because sometimes I go off on a tangent and I mumble and I stop enunciating things. But it also helps me think on the spot, because it's a muscle and you have to learn how to speak on the spot. And if you're not practicing how to speak on the spot, then you know conversations with recruiters, conversations with other people, new people, it starts to diminish. And to tell you the truth, I haven't recorded a sit down video like this for about a month. Like, I have a backlog of videos where I'm releasing them slowly, like twice a week. And it's just, I record a lot of videos in one sitting, and I just haven't done it for a month. And that's just because of Thanksgiving, final projects, finals, and then my tracks meet started too. So bear with me. You can see in the last video where I was a little unwarmed up, just because, like I said, it's a muscle and I haven't practiced this in a while. But one of my friends, he wanted me to make a video about this. He wanted to know my opinions, and this may trigger you, this may not trigger you. I mean, if you're weak, it'll trigger you. But this is about boundaries in a relationship. And I feel like my audience are lonely men who are looking for a relationship, which I do have a video out for you guys if you're interested. But this is for those who are in a relationship or who are getting into one. So, boundaries. Some people may say, like, oh, you have boundaries, that means you're insecure. Like, you're not secure with yourself, you're not confident. But to be real, like, there needs to be rules. And if there are no rules in place, then people don't know what to follow. It's like, I'm trying to think of like a tamed rule, like not murder or anything like that. Of course, murdering someone is bad. I think morally and ethically, a lot of people know that. So I'm trying to think of a rule that people don't really think is extreme, or like, tied with ethics. So like, let's say stealing or jaywalking. Let's go with jaywalking. So I think some cities, they have a rule of no jaywalking. We don't want you to jaywalk because that's against the rules. If you don't have a rule like that, then people will be jaywalking, So you have to define the boundaries. You have to define the conditions, the terms and conditions of the relationship. So one, I don't think it's insecure to have boundaries, because then you're going, like, you could be nonchalant, you could go with the flow, but then that's on you if you get hurt, because your woman doesn't know the boundaries, and then she'll start to overstep it by hanging out with more male friends, going into lustful environments, things like that. So let me go with the first one. Friends, male friends, and hanging out with male friends. So personally, for me, this of course is subjective, but for me, from my experience, I'm not a big fan of male friends. But if I met one of my girlfriend's male friends, right, and I've had a genuine conversation, I met them like 3 times, and I know their intentions, and they didn't have intentions with her, like they'd never asked her out or anything like that, and I've met them, then it's okay. But if they are hanging out one-on-one, and I haven't really met this guy, or I don't know what his head is at, because I like to analyze people, then that's a no-go. That's overstepping the boundary that we set. One-on-ones, usually those are more intimate. And, you could say, oh, you're insecure that you don't trust your relationship or things like that. First of all, I know what men think. I'm sure men know what other men are thinking, playing the long game, things like that. So that's for me. Boundaries. You can't have your woman just hang out with a male friend one-on-one. If it was like a group thing, okay, that's fine. But if it's one-on-one, going to like a restaurant or a mall, like, definitely not for me. The next one, okay? I think a lot of people would have backlash or think that this is very insecure, or you have trust issues, which I have a little bit of trust issues sometimes. And this is going to clubs and parties, and I get it. You should trust your woman to be in. There's two sides. One side would say, "Oh, it's just a party. They're just having fun. You don't need to be there." But the boundary I set in my relationship is that, we ask each other if we can go to a party, and we always ask each other to say, "Oh, you should come to the party with me. I want you there." And usually, they would go with you. Like, I would go with her to a party, or if I know everybody at that party, like, because we don't go to frat parties or anything like that, then I'd be like, okay, I know, because I know everybody. I know what their intentions are, so it's okay. But if it's like a club, clubs, there's a lot of guys out there who just want to find someone. They talk to anybody. And I know that kind of situation. I know where guys are heads at. So having a woman in a environment like that is unacceptable to me. So you need to have these boundaries, because if your woman doesn't know that, I want to go to this club, I want to hang out with my friends, but then they get drunk and they get taken advantage of, that's your fault, because you didn't set the boundaries of, I don't feel comfortable with you being in that type of environment. Because if she doesn't know, then she'll go. You have to set the expectations. Because if you don't, then you'll be disappointed. You'll hold resentment just because she broke your expectations. So those are my takes. You guys can leave your takes in the comments down below, because I'm interested in what you think, because this is a hot topic. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're just insecure for not trusting your woman. You should trust her to be in those type of environments, to, not get drunk, not to talk to other guys like that," or, but it happens. And that's the thing. Like, I would rather protect myself and protect the relationship than just solely rely on trust. But those are my 2 cents. If you're in a relationship, set your boundaries. Like, it's subjective to what boundaries you think you need to set. Like, those are mine, but if you want to take it away from my ideas, then go ahead. But set the boundaries. Have full control of. Well, also, of course, you have to follow the boundaries too, but you need them. They are the guidance, and they are the rules. So, I love you, bro. Take care of that relationship. I hope the best for you. If she does agree or doesn't agree, it can go both ways. Have that uncomfortable conversation, because you need it. I love you. Keep watching the next video, and I'll see you later.